Hello everyone and welcome to Thursday. It has now been, I guess, a little over 24 hours, 23 hours, something like that, since we got the shots, and Mao has not felt wonderful.
Yeah.
After breakfast stream, you went for a long nap.
You say went for as if I went for a walk.
You went for a walk down the stairs into the bedroom where you jumped into the bed. Just nausea, chills, and just a headache. Kind of what you really would describe as a crummy feeling.
Yeah,
Mao has had
a
crummy feeling. I have continued to have no symptoms or side effects. And my arm feels a lot less sore than it did yesterday. It's hard now because it's been a few weeks, but I want to say that my arm felt more sore yesterday than the first shot did the day I got the first shot.
See, I would agree with that, but I would also say that it hasn't hurt as long. Like, I don't feel like I could do this after the second one this soon.
It's hard to give any information on that because I actually don't really remember at this point. But anyway, I'm still feeling good. So either I'm going to continue to feel good and that'll be great, or I am on the exact same path as I was for the first shot, where it'll take a little bit before I feel bad. Either way, Mao's took a long nap. I actually made us some pancakes. So we got some pancakes for lunch. And it's Thursday, so normally we would do driveway time with everybody. And that's just kind of up in the air at the moment. Just basically waiting to see if Mao's going to feel better after lunch. If you're going to feel up to having folks here. If not, everybody understands, obviously.
Yeah.
And if so, then, everyone can be here or whatever. So normally folks show up around like 5 o'clock, so we have a little bit of time to let them know. But we'll see what happens. So the bad news is that we did not get a chance to do driveway time tonight, which is fine. Everyone understood, partially because nearly everyone has already had their second shot at this point anyway, so they understand what Mao's going through. And, as the day has progressed, she has continued to feel the same or possibly slightly worse in just crumminess. That's the best way I can describe it. She's not overly sick. She's not overly nauseous. She hasn't thrown up. She hasn't had any extreme symptoms, but she just feels like, which, I certainly understand. So, I have continued to feel fine, so I just used today to mostly just work on stuff. I figure at some point I won't feel fine, and I should probably get stuff done while I feel okay. So I've been working on things today. But whenever it came time to think about what I wanted to talk about for today's vlog, I decided I would actually revisit Tuesday, which was whenever I did the First 20 stream. I didn't get to talk about First 20 on the vlog like I normally do because I had dedicated that vlog to the Apple event. Well, now that there's a good day to talk about it because not a whole lot else is going on, I figured I would tell you about the games I played 2 days ago. So without further ado, here are the games I played in April 2021. Dan actually sent me a game called There Is No Game, and that's actually what I opened with. And the cool thing about this is I believe this might be the first time ever that I've done a First 20, and I literally had no idea what it was. I had not seen a screenshot of it. I had not seen a video of it. Dan told me that I should try this game. He sent me a copy of it, and I didn't look into it at all. And it was a fun surprise. The whole game is that there is no game, and you are fighting with a narrator to try and get to the game portion of the game. And it's like a puzzle. It's a point-and-click puzzle game. And it's hilarious. Has a great sense of humor. Reminds me a lot of Stanley Parable for one, Pony Island. But it was really, really clever and really fun. If that sort of thing sounds up your alley, like the idea of like, oh, a puzzle game that's extremely humorous, don't look into it anymore. I think like just know is the bare minimum, and then pick it up and try it out. I really liked it. I don't know how long it is, probably not terribly long, but I really enjoyed what I had played of it. After that, I played Lost Words. I think it's called Lost Words. Lost Words Beyond the Page, and the premise of it's very cute. You play as a young girl who is writing stories in her journal, and the game is divided up into two parts. The first is the journal part, and you actually run along the text in the pages as you're writing this story, and you get to interact with the words in the story. And it's just really cool and really clever. You also get to make some choices that influence the second part. And the second part is that you go into the story that you've made, and you're living out this this fantasy story that this girl is writing. It's just really cute, really lighthearted. I got the impression, and then was told later, that it does get a little heavy later on, but it was a really cool experience. And you know, if you're looking for just a little story game that may speak to you, I would give that First 20 a shot and see if it's a game that you'd like to play the full length of. But it was cute. I enjoyed it. And it was really clever what it was doing with the tech stuff at the beginning too. After that is a game that has been in the running before, but got beaten out in past polls, but actually won this poll, and that was Cardpocalypse. And Cardpocalypse is a deck building game. Well, it may just be card combat. I don't know if there's deck building elements or not. I didn't get to them if that's the case. But the premise is great because it's card combat, but it takes place in an elementary school. So it harkens back to this nostalgic era of playing, Pokemon cards or Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like on the playground with your friends. And there's an entire story mode to go around that. And the card combat is actually very competent as well. I was having a lot of fun with it. And, if you're no stranger to that sort of game, whether Magic or Pokemon or whatever, you'd probably really enjoy it. And again, the nostalgia is very strong. The idea of playing, as this kid who's going to school and is, meeting kids and finding out that they play this card game that they like, and then actually, having the battles. It was really special. It reminded me of a game that I've always absolutely adored, and that is the Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy Color. Always loved that game. One of my favorite Game Boy games. I really, really adored that as a kid, and that is what Cardpocalypse reminded me of. So if you liked that original Pokemon TCG game on Game Boy, you should really check out Cardpocalypse, because it's the story element feels very similar to that in many ways. And then to round it all off, I played a game called Say No More. And man, I don't know how best to explain it. You just say no. The control scheme of the game is like saying no and charging up your ability to say no, and different ways to taunt people. And the premise is that you work in this office environment where the only way to get ahead is to be a yes man and constantly say yes to everything. And you're taking back that power of saying no. So whenever someone says, "Intern, get me coffee," you say no. And it's just that over and over. It's styled very similarly to some like super Japanese arcade games that I've played in the past. And it also has a very much a Katamari feel in a way. It's very funny, highly recommended, and extremely cathartic. Like there's something very fulfilling about running around an office environment and shouting no loudly enough to knock people and objects over. I really enjoyed it. You might as well. Also wanted to thank, Say No More was a dev key, Lost Words was a dev key, Cardpocalypse was courtesy of MTAN, so thank you MTAN, and the first game, There's No Games, thank you to Dan. So half dev keys, half gift keys, so I appreciate it. It was a good first 20, honestly. Really well-rounded experiences in there, and all of them were really, really fantastic games. Anyway, I finally talked about the games. 2 days late, but I had stuff going on, so it makes sense. I think we might wrap up this evening a little earlier than we normally do, and it's just because Mal's not feeling well. I'm tired. I don't think it's the vaccine yet. I think that I'm tired just because I've needed a little bit more sleep. So I think we might have some tea and then just call it early. Ended off the evening with a cup of tea. And also a lot of yawns.
I'm very tired.
Mal's been yawning. We actually sat down and played a little bit of Disco Elysium. This is a game that I played for First 20, I want to say a year ago. It might have been longer. And it seemed like the type of game that I thought I would really like. I thought Mal would like. I thought it'd be fun to play together, but I didn't think it'd be a good like channel game because it's really slow. It's really, really slow.
Yeah.
But we sat down and
it was interesting.
Played it for a little bit.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's
just hard to focus when I'm so tired.
Yeah, we only played a little bit of it, but it's entertaining. Especially because we chose some paths and stuff that was a little different from the first 20 that I had done, so it's interesting to see it play out. It is slow, but it's I find it very, very entertaining. I know we were talking about first 20s today, so that's another one to check out. Disco Elysium. It was a really cool game. Whenever I did the first 20 of it, and getting a chance to play a little bit past what I played was it's fun. So maybe we'll come back to this and play a little bit more another day. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm hoping that you'll wake up and feel a lot better.
I hope so.
I know that
I didn't have any caffeine today, so this also might be partial like caffeine headache.
Maybe.
So we'll see.
Maybe. I've continued to not have any symptoms, so I'm worried, but we'll see.
We'll see. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? And you'll be there too? Yeah? What?
Please give Scoop.
You want Scoop now? He says, yeah, I want Scoop now. You're cute.